Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. 2-1 loss team set to lace it up. This ought to be fun, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They go play action here on first down. And right away, he lost the football. And the Buccaneers have it. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand, but put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
Try the right side here. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12.
Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
He'll get it up the middle, and he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A great play there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have taken a first-quarter lead.
We got a little bit of everything on that run. Offensive line creating some space, but how about the guy running behind his pads into the end zone?
What does that mean when a guy says running behind his pad?
Means that he's going to be a physical runner. That ward off people. The power is way forward.
Point after, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. And And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go. Over.
And they'll run it here. And some room to work. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big-time play there for the Falcons. And even 50 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Let's go. Blue landing.
First carry of the ball game now is C.J. Anderson. And they'll get him down right about the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football, worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really, by the way?
That he is.
How about that? What about young Davis?
No, it did not cross.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stopped right there.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. And this is caught at the 8. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point safely through. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball
leader, right?
to make a big play.
Yeah.
Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now a handoff looking right. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down. Third and 11. And some extra depth to the secondary here. They're in the dime. They'll look to throw here. Looking for Evans, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be going the other way.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Hot.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Back down to that Philly. Here we go. Set. Green 39. Green 39. Hot.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
Gone, gone. Watch him now, Barney. Barney. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
They'll look to throw. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
So out come the Bucs now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together.
And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Falcons say they have it, they do. Well, he's not the starter coming in, getting his first carry off the bench. That's not the way to earn more carries.
You have to stay in the game, even if you're not on the field, right? Stay mentally sharp, stay ready. And above all, when you get into the game, hold on to the football. Don't let the other team have it.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Runs through the contact. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
And the pursuit that time was absolutely top-notch. He was looking to try and turn upfield somewhere. Kept trying to find a place. Somewhere never showed up.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go option on 2nd down, right side. He'll wind up getting 11 on that one, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
In today's NFL, when you get teams in long yardage situations with your defense, you're really going to go to your speed packages. You're going to get smaller, lighter guys on the field in order to cover the expected pass. So they might want to run the ball against a smaller, lighter lineup with your big guys, and that's exactly what happened on that play. It was tough on them, and now instead of being in third and very long, they ended up setting themselves up in third and manageable. They've got a chance at a first down.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And into the red zone now. And, Charles, they told us offense in the red zone was a focus this week in practice.
A huge priority, and the key was to get points. So you know that all the time during the week they talked about executing, taking care of the football, no big mistakes. Make sure they put points on the board and come out of it with that.
And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. He'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. As his guys are in for 6, and the Falcons will extend their lead.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. The defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have you either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points.
Detroit!
They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise it's going to be a long day for you.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. And they'll go on the ground. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Gun! Detroit! Detroit!
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay! Equanimous St. Brown, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bucs have made this a one-score game. The extra point up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. The punter Kaiser now out to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get this back to just the 20 with a penalty marker down. Let's see what this is about. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Here we go now. 3-19.
Now a play fake here on first down. He's going to fire one deep, middle, and that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain of 32 that time. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Watch it now, Barney. Barney.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Anderson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And for the 2nd time tonight, his field goal unit comes out here. He connected on his first, this from 41. And his kick is indeed good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. And that's a gain of 6 on the 1st down run.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there, so from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Looking to throw. Buying time. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And they're going to get the football just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line. 1:59 to go in the first half. We'll come back to Tampa after this timeout.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. They'll start out here with the option left. And he held on to it, but he probably shouldn't have as they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They'll set up to throw. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and they're going to face a 3rd down. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. They're going to look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. And since the penalty occurred in the end zone, move the ball to the 1-yard line.
1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Costly penalty.
A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Detroit! Detroit!
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Gun! 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 Detroit! Detroit! Kill! Watch him now, Barney! Barney!
Back to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. So out come the Falcons now. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Forced out to his left. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. Well, once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Powers through. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
3-19. Gun! 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 Gun!
They'll throw now on the final play. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So we have reached halftime now with the visiting Falcons out on top. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out. The Buccaneers, they'll have it first to start in the 3rd quarter. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Being chased out left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. They'll set up a throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
They didn't get the first down, but I have to say I do like the call. I like what they were trying to do. Try and hit your receiver on the run and see if he can pick it up, keep it on his feet, get a little rack yardage.
Yeah, but a nice job defensively to get to him and keep him short of the first. So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jenkins. A big gain of 39 on 3rd.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
Now a chance to make that encroachment penalty really hurt. 1st and 5.
Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
He'll drop to throw. Trying to lay one up deep. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Falcons. In for the score. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And that one carries out of the side of the end zone for a touchback, so that will come out now to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Gone! 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 Over! Over! Over!
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. 23 yards on the play.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. This is complete to Hawkins. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. First target, first catch, and a 1st down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Now they try the right side here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Yeah, let me puff out my chest a little bit, even though I'm not rooting for either team. That was a really nice defensive play. It's awfully fun to watch, even in an offensive game.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down, spectacular catch, turns into a 1st down.
1st down saves him from a 3-and-out. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And that one carries out of the side of the end zone here. So it's a touchback and bring it out to the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A very solid gain of 27. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Throwing left side, it's complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit!
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
All right, let's go ahead and detail this situation here. 3rd and long coming up. Back near your own goal line. I would be very hesitant about throwing the football in this situation.
Maybe just run up the middle?
Yeah, I think that might be the spot for them. You got to try and find some space for your punter because you don't want him backed up where he has to alter what he does.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Detroit! Gun!
He'll look to throw. And the most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him.
Good.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. Decent start to the drive, but let's face it, they need a lot of things to go right in a short amount of time, down 3 scores.
Yeah, they're going to run their 2-minute offense here in this game, but this is for future games. Can they get better and be ready for the next time, hopefully with a chance to win?
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind.
We're hoping to get it to him. He can make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10, and he will bring this all the way up to the 30-yard line.
It's just been one mistake after another on the offensive side of the ball. That's now 3 interceptions to go along with 2 fumbles for him. And if you're going to turn the ball over 5 times in a game, your chances to win have to be about 100 to 1. And it's not looking good for him here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Now let's go. Boom, landed.
On 2nd down, Anderson. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Rasul Douglas there to get him down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Falcons on 3rd down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Now the penalty, a big assist to this offense. Now it's 3rd and 3.
Lucky 56. Detroit. Gone. Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Detroit! Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go! Safety's creeping. Check!
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone!
They'll look to throw here. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Oh, and they had it stopped short of the first, but a penalty marker down. And that looked like a clear face mask to me. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
4 down. Check.
Now a handoff looking right. And now look at him go. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Lucky 56. Gone. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's able to find Hawkins. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They pitch it out to Anderson. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. The Falcons on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see. And other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes.
That's it, baby.
Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
All right, here we go. Blue landing. Blue landing.
Following the penalty, Anderson. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. 4 yards on the pickup. It'll be 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
They run a draw here on 2nd down. Finds a seam inside the 40. And down right around the 37. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
1st down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Now the Buccaneers go ahead and take another timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Screen play, Anderson. Open space inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he'll bang that one through. Santos out now. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in Cincinnati against the Bengals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.